Hi YouTube, it's Joe here from South East London. I'm a part-time eBay reseller and it is Sunday afternoon. I've just got been out and just got back from the boot sale earlier this morning and just sort of sorting through what I picked up. I'll whiz through, show you what I picked up, what I paid for it, some of the stuff that I hope to make from it. Today's boot sale is an interesting one. It's really big because the weather's been great today, but it just started really strange. It felt like I was always just slightly behind people, or things were just going slightly wrong today. Still did fine. Still got loads and loads and loads of stuff. But yeah, like lots of games I saw going in other people's bags and things like that. And there was people sort of asking people, all the new cars which were coming in. There was people in the boots straight away asking them for this and that and saying, "Have you got this? Have you got that?" And so I just sort of hung back a bit and just sort of went down like an aisle behind the new aisles because I thought, you know what, if you're not going to be like shoving an elbow in and getting right in there, you might as well be half an hour late to a stall. If you're 30 seconds late, you're not going to get stuff. So it doesn't matter if you say 30 seconds late or half an hour late, unless you're going to be competing with those guys and sort of pushing and shoving and trying to get into people's boots to pull out games and Lego and stuff like that. Just not worth it. So yeah, I just stuck back and did pretty well actually, did really well. But I had a few funny experiences. I picked up a really nice pair of trainers and bought them, but then as I walked away, I sort of saw that they were the tread was ripped open, and so I had to take them back. And the lady thankfully gave me the money back on those. Saw a really nice Bush VHS DVD combi. Opened it up and there was a dead mouse inside it. And the mouse obviously like crawled inside and then couldn't push himself back out through the flap, and it just died and was rotting away in there. So it's stuff like that. Like a few things just kept on going wrong today, but yeah, I still did pretty well, and I'll show you what I picked up. There's hundreds and hundreds of pounds worth of stuff down here. So yeah, really happy overall. I'll just work my way around. It's not in any particular order. One guy there's a young lad and his mum, and they had some really nice stuff. I got a few things off him, but he had these rugby shirts. He's got the USA and the Canada ones, and they're both brand new with the tags on. Really good condition. Well, obviously new from the World Cup from 2015, and these go for about 30 quid each, and they were £5 each. But I got the pair for 8 quid, so that was quite early on. That was a nice start. The last thing I bought, I've done really well on the DVDs that I bought, these bodybuilding DVDs. I've already sold like about 5 of the 7 that I bought last week, or 5 of the 9 that I bought last week, and doing really well with them. I bought 3 massive sort of tomes about just bodybuilding. And the guy was talking to me as if, it was a bit embarrassing, but he was talking to me as if, oh yeah, this will be really great for you. This will really help you tone up and do this and do that and all the rest of it. I'm like, I obviously wasn't going to tell him that they weren't for me, but it was pretty obvious. I don't look at, I'm a pretty slight guy, but there we go. But each of these do really well. This encyclopedia one, the last one to sell, was sold for 30 quid for that. This goes for about 15 quid, and likewise goes for 15 quid. They're heavy, so they'll cost plenty to post, but I paid 5 quid for the 3 of them. Picked up this for £1, Marmite teapot. Not a great seller, goes for about 10 quid. I'll do trainers in a minute. I've got a big bundle of Mr. Men books. It had like 3 of the sort of slightly more interesting ones on the top, but I'll probably just do it all as a bundle. I paid 2 quid. She said they were 10p each, and I didn't count them, but I just said how much for all of them, and she goes 2 quid. So I thought, yeah, I'll take all of those. It does have some of the Daily Mirror ones. Now I don't know if these are less valuable because they came like in a set, or they're from the Daily Mirror. They might have been free or something like that with the Mirror, but they are what they are, and so I'll just do them in a big bundle and sell them. Let's just go straight into the media. So this was the download for Xbox One. The full game hasn't been scratched off or used, so that was 5 quid, and that goes for about 25 quid. I've never bought one of those before, so it's the first time selling a download key. Microsoft Office, student and teacher. He had publisher and the Office, and they were 50p each. Skate 3, there was loads of PS3 games, lots of PS4 games actually at the boot sale today, and I don't know much about PS4, but PS3 I know Skate still does pretty well. I don't know it's probably about a £10 game, and I paid £1 for that. Paid 50p each for these Sims 2. Now they're not really worth buying if you've not got listings set up for them. There's only sort of like 6-7 quid in these, but I've got a listing set up, so I'll just sort of put a couple more on that. This was a GTA 5, it's the install disc only in there. I sold this exact same disc. It did have the blimp code and the instructions and the actual case for 7 quid just a couple of days ago, but I should still get 6 quid for that, and that was 50p. Hit and Run, I picked up a few copies of this today. That's on the PS2. This doesn't go for huge money, it goes like 6-7 quid, but again, if you've got a listing set up and you're paying 50p for something, it's not too difficult. Picked a few Disney DVDs. This was 50p, The Aristocrats. 50p on this Harry Potter on the Wii. It's not a particularly good game, but it's still a bit of money in it. Sleeping Beauty, the Platinum Edition. Again, I think this is £1 or 50p. I like to pick up Disney's and make bundles up out of them. this Superman alarm clock. She had it, and it was on like a sort of a trader's table. And as soon as they sort of see like the odd thing that stands out really differently from what they've got, I just was expecting her to say something like, "Oh, it's £7 or something like that." So how much that? She says it's £1. So yeah, I had that Superman alarm clock, and that's working. So it's nice. I've not really done this Ben 10 Omnitrix stuff before, but I know people have done quite well with it. These might even be missing bits and stuff like that, but it was 3 bits for £1, and he threw in this little Lego man as well. It's Gandalf, I think, but he's missing his hat. But yeah, let's focus on him. There we go. Yeah, and for £1, so I thought, I can't really go wrong with it. If it's terrible, if it's not worth anything, I'll just chuck it out. I know this is up some people's street, they love all that sort of stuff, but yeah, I know there's a bit of money in it, but not great. Coming over here, Logo board game £1, that's a good seller. It's about a £15 game. Sells for, well, it used to be, I haven't checked, but I'm sure it's roughly around there. Hot Wires, that was £2. I've sold that a few times and done quite well in it in the past. If you're patient with it and if you list it around Christmas, you can get upwards of like £30 on that. A couple of fancy dress costumes. I do alright on these. These school, what are they? High school horror? Yeah, high school horror is obviously like High School Musical, but like a variant, sort of take the mick of them. They were £1 each, and it's like a boy and a girl's one, so I might do them as a pair, because you might get a couple who want to turn up to sort of fancy dress or Halloween party or something like that as a pair. So that was good. They were £1 each. I don't know what they'll go for, probably around 10 to 15. Sorry, I can't be more helpful. I didn't look those up. Okay, this was good. So this 3DS, and had all these games. Got some nice games in it. It's got Mario Kart, it's got a Lego Marvel game, Toy Story 3, some nice games which are worth selling by itself, and it had the charger and stuff like that. It did look like it's got like a bubble here, but that's just the screen protector. Now the guy assured me it worked. I haven't actually even tested it yet. I've got it charging now, so hopefully we'll see. You might have stitched me up here. Oh dear, is it going to work? Maybe it needs to charge for a bit longer. Oh no, it's coming on. There we go. That's great. So yeah, so that works. That's nice. So I paid, he wanted £40 for all that, and I said and I knew he wasn't going to budge much on it, and I was quite surprised to find it, because I say all the sort of games dealers had obviously missed this, and I said, would he take 35 on it, and he did. And I thought, you know what, even if the 3DS isn't working, I know I'll make £35 off the games easily. So yep, that was nice. Yoshi, I've got one of these already at home. One of the first things I picked up when I started doing Bootsale, and I just kept it. Paid £50 for that, I think. I can't remember. It doesn't go for a huge amount, but it's about £10 to £15 again. This was fun. This Burke's Trapdoor game, for anybody who remembers Trapdoor, it was a TV program, cartoon, sort of like the 90s, and yeah, I used to love watching that with my family, and I think we even had this, because I do sort of remember it, and it had all the bits in it, and that was £1. That goes for about 15 to 20 quid if you're patient. This is a great find, Catopoly. It looks like it's complete in there. I haven't gone through it, but this sells for about 35 quid, and that was £1, so that was great. Picked up a couple of Spirograph bits. I wouldn't really recommend picking these up. I only got them because they were sort of 100% complete, and I could see in there. I think I paid like £2 on each of those, and I'll probably do them as a bundle, but there's not a huge amount of money in them, so I'd probably say, well, yeah, I'd probably say avoid those. £1 for a controller, for a DualShock PS2 controller, which is quite good. 50p for a Wii remote. The nunchuck, which I'll put with like remotes that I've got, which is helpful. Coming on to more of the media, so like £1, 50p for this again, just make up bundles of this. Champions Return to Arms, this is a good game, this is worth looking out for. Again, I'm sorry, I should check this stuff beforehand, but I've sold this so many times in the past, but I think it might be a £15 game, that one, but I think it's missing the instructions in here. Yeah, it's just the disc, but it's about a £15 game. Don't quote me on that though, so I will look up. Harry Potter now. I buy Harry Potters when they're at like 50p a pound for the double disc editions. You can sell the whole set for about 20 quid, so it's not a huge amount of money, but because you've got to pay 8, if you paid 4 quid, 50p each, or if you paid £8 for the 8 of them, but you can do about 20 quid on it, so picked up a few of those today. It was like 3 for £1, so I just picked this up. Sometimes these artsy ones can be alright, but I need to scan that, I need to check if there's any money in that. Another Harry Potter, a Disney one, because it had a code in it. Harry Potter Blu-ray there, Deathly Hallows, another one of these change sequels, a few more of them, just all, yeah, these double disc editions, and then, yeah, a few more in there. One guy had box sets and DVDs, said how much they? He goes, box sets are £1, DVDs are 50p, and he had Game of Thrones, so I thought I'll have that for £1. Coen Brothers for £1, I don't know if there'll be any money in that, I need to check that one up. And then he had this for £1, this is years 1 to 5 of the Harry Potter, it's quite cool. Saw some nice Xbox original games, Hit and Run, that's about a £15 game. Vikings Xbox 360, new and sealed, that was 2 quid. Oh, this was £1, this is 2 quid, but it goes for about 12 to 13, new and sealed. Alien vs Predator Extinction, Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2 do really well on the Xbox, worth picking up. Die Hard Vendetta, Another Simpsons Hit and Run. Max Payne, the big box version of that, that was £1. That goes for about 10 to 15. Norton 360. This is an all-in-one. This is for 1 year on free PC, so it probably won't work. But sorry about that. I knew I was going to fill up my media, my card, so I just put the video on the computer and I'll get going again. So yeah, I picked up this Norton 360 version 5, and it's yeah, it's 1 year protection for up to 3 PC, so it might have some more uses on it, but I doubt it. It was 50p, and I thought I'd take a chance on it. I'll just email the code. I'll get onto Norton's help desk and just chat and find out if there's any uses left on that before I sell it. This Windows Premium Vista. I'm not sure if this has got the code either, so that might be a bit of a problem trying to sell that. But again, it was 50p, so I thought I'd take a chance on that. I've got some limited Jordans, these little kids ones. Nice condition, really nice condition actually. They were £5. She wanted £8, well, she wanted £7 or something like that for them, and I sort of managed to get them for £5. Come in a cool box, you know, and I think they're like about £40 new. Where am I? Yeah, so £37 new. So yeah, so they should do quite well with those. It's got all the Jordan 6 Retro Low BT. So there we are. Picked up a few trainers. I've said in a few videos I don't sort of pick up as many trainers as I used to, and like Converse and stuff like that. I try and stick to your basic colours. So you'll see some of that here. So like your sort of reds, blues, whites, blacks. So yeah, got a nice pair of high tops here. They were £3. Should get about £20 back on those. These little ones were 50p. They go for about 10 to 12. Pair here, which is a bit dirty, size 7. These are only £1 though, but I'll stick them in the washing machine, so I should do alright with them. These Air Force Ones, these black ones, really nice condition, size 4, paid £5 for those, but again, that's a £25 sale easily, maybe even £28, might push them a bit. A couple of pairs of Rift. I hate Rifts, but they sell really well, especially in the summer. These are like girls' ones, yeah, and I paid £2 in each of them. This was the pair of Converse that I picked up yesterday for £5, which again sounds like a lot of money for Converse, but when they're black and when they're really good condition like this, you can sell them for £30. Not £30, you can sell them for £25. Maybe 30 if you're really patient. If you wait, I just tend not to sell them for that much. This pair of Vans, black and white Vans do all right now, especially the white ones now are in summer. Paid a couple of quid on those. Should look to get 20 back on them. Pair of Converse, these are a couple of quid. These need to go in the washing machine. High tops, but again, when they come out, it should be a £20 pair of trainers. Likewise, these ones weren't particularly good, but these were £1. Again, I'll stick them in the washing machine. The tread's reasonable on them. Paid up on these Vans a little bit. I think I paid £4 on one pair and £3 on the other pair. But again, it's a good time of year to be selling them. They're a good size. There's a size 7 there and a size 8, and yeah, do well with them. Should look at, say, around £20 each at least on those. I think that's just about it. Oh no, there's a couple more bits. Starbucks, I picked up this mug. This is like one of the, I think this is they do these around Christmas time, these candy cane ones with the handle. I've got one of these already. Slightly different design, but yeah, these candy cane ones, they seem to do quite well. And this is a jar, I guess, for like either your biscuits or most likely your tea bags or something like that. They're not massive sellers, but they were £1 each. So yeah, I took a bit of a chance on those. And then the worst pickup of the day was this Panasonic phone. It was £1. But it's not, actually it's probably not the worst pickup of the day, but it's not a particularly good pickup. So yeah, it's £1 and doesn't resell for much, maybe sort of £6-7. So yeah, so that was all in all like my day. Got loads to be obviously getting on with. Now in listing, I've got about 30 listings sort of photographed and ready to be listed. I didn't quite finish from last week. I did 64 listings, no more, I think nearly, yeah, about 65 listings or something like that last week. And so I've got 30 sort of sitting with all the photos and descriptions written. I just need to like put them together. And I'm just going to have to work through a lot of this stuff. And I think just because the amount of stock I'm picking up now, and with it being summer, I'm going to start sort of reducing prices a little bit, just because I don't want to be sitting with stock for ages. I'm not going to sort of put it in ridiculously cheap, but maybe just a couple of pounds under, or just look at sort of sitting around about that lowest sort of buy it now price for items that are really competitive. Just not racing to the bottom as such, but just trying to sort of keep stuff turning over, keep shifting stuff. Yeah, if it's things that aren't going to take up too much room or there's a bit of money in them, like your Catopoly or stuff like this, I'll look for a slightly higher price on those things. But just generally, just your trainers, things that take up a lot of space, stuff that I get a lot of, I just need to keep on turning those over quickly. In terms of sales, I will be doing a sales update video. I managed to sort out my iPad, so I will be able to do it in a similar way to like Ben Fitzpatrick and just scroll through what I've sold. Although mine will take twice as long as Ben's because I sell more than him. Anyway, guys, I will speak soon. I hope you're doing well, and yeah, it's good to catch up. Cheers, bye.